Abo Abdullahi moved to Adankolo, near the bank of River Niger in Lokoja, Kogi State, with his family of farmers and fishermen in 1996. He's lived there with his wife, children, and brothers until the 2022 floods displaced them for the upteenth time.
We begin the show on the ongoing floods in Nigeria.
The flooding.
Bodies floating on these streets because of just how much of the city and how much of the state is underwater.
Since 2012, Nigeria has experienced significant flooding, which has led to the loss of lives, property, and displacement. The flooding is caused by heavy rains, burst dams, and poor urban planning. Even with the recurring nature of the disaster, the Nigerian government has done little to solve the situation. When the first flood came, Abo and his family didn't imagine it would hit them. But it did, eventually. They moved their property to the homes of unaffected friends and crossed the river to stay in their farmhouse. It was a good move. When the flood came, it completely destroyed their home. Right after, the troubled brothers returned to rebuild the house. Every flood since 2012 has destroyed their home, and they've rebuilt it again. This is not uncommon in Lokoja. According to Promise Emmanuel, Chief Press Secretary to the Kogi State's Deputy Governor, people living in flood-prone areas have lived there for many generations. Most, like Abdullahi's family, do not want to move. But the 2022 floods might change that for Abo's family. Named
The worst flooding in a decade
by the National Emergency Management Agency, over 1.4 million people have been displaced. The Abdullahis is one such family. They temporarily live at the St. Luke Primary School, Adankolo's internally displaced people's camp. They've been here for almost 2 months. With over 500 displaced people in the camp, only 7 rooms are available in both blocks. Women and children occupy 6 rooms, while 1 is left to the men. Every night, over 50 people sleep in each of these rooms. It's not an ideal arrangement, but they are grateful for life. Neither Abo nor his wife can work due to the floods. The family also has to depend on handouts from relatives and relief items to survive while in camp. But if there's one thing they're certain of and hopeful for, they do not want to do this anymore.